Okay everybody, so tonight we are here once more. We are looking at AMC. Before we do enter the video fully, one thing which I would like to disclose, I have done so in all of my other videos tonight, but I'm going to do it once more. My audio cut out when I was filming the video, so I'm voicing over all of the videos tonight. It is frustrating, but if the visuals don't match up with the audio, please do understand why. But tonight I'm giving some of my thoughts on this rule, which is obviously Rule 002, which is coming into effect from Wednesday, June the 23rd. And again, Matt Kors tweeted this on Twitter. Shout out to Matt Kors, he is fantastic. And then I retweeted it. Make sure to give me a follow as well. That is at N2S Finance, obviously on Twitter. But yeah, we retweeted this earlier today because I do think this is really quite some significant information. Because when we look at this from what we can tell, obviously we have had this whole issue around the markets generally speaking with shorting and all that kind of stuff, and again I just want to give some of my opinions on this in this quick video. So if you do want to hear any of my opinions, again, give me a quick subscription, press that little red button and subscribe to the channel, become part of the community. We talk about AMC on a daily basis. Guys, if you enjoy what you see, you don't have to, but you can pay a small amount per month to join the N2S Finance Patreon. Link is down below for that. And yes, now we're going to jump back in. But ultimately, yes, we are seeing a pretty red day for AMC overall, but I think when we actually look at what we are seeing, generally speaking, from this whole DTC rule and this DTCC rule 002, from what I can tell, this is a rule which goes against, well, it potentially makes automated margin calls. So the whole idea from what I can tell is that if a company, whether it be a hedge fund or somebody who is short in a stock or perhaps even is going long in a stock, if they don't have the liquidity to maintain that position, and again, I may be incorrect because I am not a professional, but this is just what I can gauge from it. So if they don't have the liquidity to carry on in that position, from what I can tell, there is a potential to automatically margin call that institution. Now, one thing that I really do find interesting, AMC, automatic margin call or automated margin call. I find that to be an interesting coincidence, and is that a sign going forwards? Well, I don't know, but I think that this rule, which is coming into effect from Wednesday morning, it is possibly going to be a big deal if it is enforced. Why is this such a big deal? I'm sure most of you guys can tell already what this will mean, but for those of you who cannot, or for those of you who want to hear my opinion, I think this is good because it will be able to remove biases from the process. So for example, if somebody at the firm who is regulating the margin calls, for example, if somebody likes a firm, for example, a firm that does not have liquidity, they could potentially stop that firm from being margin called. With automatic margin call or automated margin call, it will be margin called without any human intervention. It will be purely based on the numbers. So the whole intention, from what I can tell, is to make for a much fairer market, and hopefully it will actually be enforced. But yes, this could be a big deal. Now, some people are going to say that this is going to lead to margin calls immediately as soon as it is in place. Definitely could, and I think some people, some funds perhaps may not have the liquidity to carry on operating. We know that shorts from AMC and others are bleeding out billions per day sometimes. So they're bleeding out tons of money, and this is obviously not going to be sustainable. But for those of you who think that every single firm is going to get margin called on Wednesday, I would love for it to happen. But one thing which I think is true to note is that if we know about it, us retail investors, they obviously know about it as well. So chances are they're definitely going to be doing something to free up that, liquidation and that liquidity in preparation for this margin call automation. So they probably will have the opportunity to free up, the potential to do that. But in the meantime, yes, this could allow them to generate some capital so they don't get margin called. But I think long term, this can't go on forever. With AMC, shorts are losing millions and billions per day. They cannot afford to do that forever, and that is what we need to remember. So as always, guys, if you're looking to hold AMC, I think nothing has changed. Obviously, if anything, things are getting better for us. We're seeing more things in our favour, and this rule, whilst it might not have immediate effect in terms of its impact for some companies, it will have a more long-term impact, in my opinion. So I think this rule is a really good thing. I'm really happy to see that it is out there. I do hope it does become enforced. I hope that we see the benefits of it soon, with over-leveraged funds, not being able to short stocks as they previously were. That's just my take on it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.